Daniel Hemrick and Austin Dillon, they helped out a lot on that deal. And then MPI and Papa Nichols Coffee. And then on the dirt car, Hoopah Grading. Hoopah Grading is our biggest sponsor. And then the Racing Warehouse, PSC Brakes has helped a whole bunch. Profab Headers, Hendren Motors, and we have a lot of great product sponsors that it takes to make the whole team go around.
And Hendren Racing Engines, I know Steve Hendren got to hang out with my buddy Steve Hendren last weekend in Rutherford, and I know they do really good on engines. And how about Kate Dillon with CrateInsider.com? She has we have Crate Insider as one of our sponsors, and I know that I think you've ordered some parts from Kate Dillon and Crate Insider before, haven't you?
Yeah, we definitely watch all their videos on tips on what to do with the engines, but the Hendren engine and the Profab headers make a great combo.
They do. And shout out to Andrew Garris also. I got to give him some love too. He gets on, it seems like everywhere I go, he's there. He might be a whiff this weekend, but I promise you, Andrew, I won't be there. Yeah, Andrew Garris and Pro Fabrication, they're great people too. So, well, Carson, I'm going to let you go, buddy. Thank you for being on Finish Line. It sounds like an airplane's coming in for landing where you're at, but thanks for being on this afternoon, and I'll see you at the races soon, my friend.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. Carson Ferguson, the new kid out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I got to come up with another nickname for that cat because I just don't know if the new kid works anymore. Because he's the new kid on the block. He's already won. He's won championships. Bob Dillner, if you're listening out there, I think it's time to change our nickname for Carson. Maybe we could call him Cool Carson, the cool kid Carson Ferguson. I don't know. New kid just ain't sticking no more because he's already won and he's got championships and in sprint car or in the summer shootout and of course the East Coast Rumble, and he's won 3 in a row for fast track. He's going for a national championship. So I think we need to call him the cool kid. The cool kid Carson Ferguson might be the new nickname he needs to have because the new kid is on the block and it is OLD. Check it out, Finish Line. Want to send me a message? Got an idea for a new nickname for Carson Ferguson? Hit me up on social media. WesleyOutland.com, at Wesley Outland on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and put at Wesley Outland. And you tell me what you think the new nickname should be for Carson Ferguson. I'm thinking the cool kid. I'm thinking cool kid Carson. Cool Carson Ferguson, the cool kid. So, new kid just ain't working no more. So, Bob Dillner, you have convinced me. One more guest left to go. Aaron Branham joins me next. You know what show it is. If not, here you go, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Voiceover Man.
This is Finish Line.
Aaron Branham, up next.
Time to get this cranked up on Short Track America.
Dirt or pavement, from east to west. Short Track America features some of the biggest grassroots races around the country. Super late models to street stock racing. If it's on a half-mile or smaller track, it's on Short Track America. On MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
This year's most anticipated event is coming to Virginia Motor Speedway. It's the $50,000 to win Fast Track World Championship, September 13th and 14th. The best pro late model drivers in the world, stopping at nothing to be crowned world champion and to become a legend. 2 days of dirt ripping action to decide who will fulfill their dream.
who will find glory and take home the richest prize in pro late model history. Also see the open wheel warriors of the Dirt Cup Challenge Modifieds in a $6,000 to win 40 laps slugfest. Free parking and kids 12 and under free. For info, call 804-758-1867 or go online at vamotorspeedway.com. The $50,000 to win Fast Track World Championship September 13th and 14th. Virginia Motor Speedway. Who will prevail for the win, for the glory, and to become a legend? This is Finish Line.
Welcome back to the program. Wesley Outland here with you. Fox Sports Radio, Community Radio Network, iHeartRadio, tuned in, iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, crnsports.org, and weslyoutland.com. Had a great show so far from the kickoff with Jason Myers. And now we have one more guest left to go. Going to go to the phone lines here. He will be our final guest of the afternoon show. Don't forget, Finish Line will return to its regular time, which will be next Wednesday, 11 Eastern, 10 Central, in the morning. My buddy Steve Sodiak was like, I got your text, and I thought it was going to be a nighttime show, and I don't know who does a radio show at 11 o'clock at night, so I don't. So remember, it's 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central, of course, on Fox Sports Radio and Community Radio Network and all the other affiliates of podcasts available. Archives will be up in a bit. We're going to go to the lines and join our final guest from Clay City, Kentucky, driver the number 38, Lightning Chassis, in the house. Awesome, Aaron Branham. Welcome to Finish Line, my friend. Good afternoon to you.
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Of course, we also do another. I wear so many hats, so many things that I do in broadcasting and racing and motorsports and TV and other sports. And we had Aaron Branham on The Wanted for the Renegades of Dirt Modified series last night. And I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and let you know I'm going to book you for Fox Sports Radio show Finish Line. So, man, talk about your big win at Richmond Raceway, the Beast of the East, last Saturday night.
Yeah, it was like I said last night. It still hasn't sunk in. We're still waiting on all the tire testing come back. We're not worried about that. Just the formality, really. So once I actually get the money for the win, then it'll be a lot more real to us. But to finally win at a track that we've been trying at for so many years, and to just win a local show, to finally break through and get our first win at a national modified event like that was crazy.
Yeah, me and you talked about it last night. In a decade of racing at Richmond Raceway, you finally broke through in victory lane at Richmond, and it was with the National Renegades of Dirt National Dirt Car Racing Modified Series, sanctioned by the World Racing Group and Dirt Car Racing, Tom Deary, Brian Carter, Sam Driggers, Cody Watson, everybody involved in that organization, and that was big. And there was a lot of calamity. There was a big wreck, and you did everything you needed to do to keep that Lightning Chassis number 38 clean and green and out of trouble and to get the win.
Yeah, actually we're in a Hustler chassis.
Hustler, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, we, if we start that race straight up, we start 8th, and we're in the big one. So we had a little bit of luck go our way, get in the redraw, and with drawing last, everybody else kind of decided my fate with drawing and left me the 3, which put me in a great spot to be able to capitalize on that and try to get the lead early and get out front to stay away from anything that could possibly happen.
And again, you avoided the big one right there at the start. I mean, they didn't even get a lap complete, and we racked up about 12 cars on the front straightaway going to turn 1, a big wreck. And by the way, replays of that is available at flowracing.com by ordering being a subscriber to Flow Racing for Flow Sports, the video network of the Renegades of Dirt, to see what happened. And again, you were there starting third. You dove to the bottom, stayed out of trouble, and then all the other chaos ensued. You had the likes of Zach Powers coming after you, Braden Berry, Eddie Carrier Jr., the national driver of the Salt Rock Express, and Jimmy Crabtree also. Jimmy Crabtree, who started the race in second, got called for causing the caution at the start. They put him to the tail of the longest line, basically before any of the other cars that pitted after the big wreck. He went to that spot on the racetrack, and he came back and he finished in second. You really had to fight for this win. It was not easy, by no means.
Yeah, I mean, Richmond's a tough place to get around. It seems like even at a local show, you have to fight to stay out front. Everybody there has got quite a few laps on that place, and they're always tough night in and night out. So if you go over there and win, then, I mean, you have to have your car on point to stay up front and be able to outlast everybody.
Absolutely, definitely. Hey, so let's get to know Awesome Aaron. Talk about your racing career, how you got started, and how long you've been running modifieds here on Finish Line.
We've been racing for 12 years now. We started in a street stock or bomber, and we run that for a couple races, and then ended up buying a modified and moving up, and so I've been in modifieds for 11 years, and just each year we try to keep improving our program and working with different people on shocks or bird cages. And like I said, we made the switch to this Hustler chassis, and it seems like every year we keep improving and getting better with not only my driving style, but the car and how we do things week in and week out.
Has there ever been any desire, Aaron, to ever want to go into late model racing or move to supers or pros or anything like that? Or are you pretty content with being in an open wheel modified?
I love running modifieds, but I would love to have the opportunity to run a super. That's always kind of been my dream. It's just
gotcha.
The money aspect of it. We don't have really many big sponsors or anything like that, so it is a self-funded team, and we try to race and finish good enough this weekend to pay for next weekend. That way you don't have to pull money out of pocketbook to be able to make it to the next weekend. So for a team like ours to get a win like this is just crazy, and it'll open up opportunities for us that otherwise we wouldn't have.
On the show again with Awesome Aaron Branham, winner of the Dirt Car Racing Renegades of Dirt, Southern Swing, big show, $3,000 payday at Richmond, Kentucky. Been racing there for 10 years. First career win of his career at Richmond Raceway, and of course in a national stage with the modifieds. The next races for the Renegades of Dirt will be in September 20th and 21st, part of our fall weekend of racing, which will include racing at Moeller Raceway Park and Atomic Speedway. 5,000 to win that big memorial event. More details at renegadesofdirt.com. And of course, again, race for the championship. Mike Altobelli still leading the way. For Richmond Raceway to do something of this caliber with the modifieds, how special was that at last weekend, Aaron?
It was really special. I mean, they put on some bigger modified shows the last couple of years, but to bring a national event in and get more drivers, more fans, people that, may not ever decide to come to Richmond for a regular show, to be able to pull people in them, to let them experience the racetrack, that may help draw more people in to come to a weekly show. So for billing them to do that was great. And to be able to, for guys like me and other local guys in the area to run for money like that was awesome.
Definitely, man. I think Bill and Stacy Laponis, the Lapinos, have done a phenomenal job at Richmond Raceway. And I went a little bit on with it last night on a tangent with the Renegades of Dirt show, The Wanted, and I'll kind of throw this out here real quickly. They're under very, very strict terms. Like, they got to be done racing by midnight. If they're not done by midnight, they are forced to be punished, fined, and possibly closed down forever. No PA announcements or race car motors revving up until 2 o'clock in the afternoon or after 2 p.m. There are just so many strict guidelines. If they had to try to run a race on a Sunday, they could only race between 1 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It's really crazy, and I think it's a shame, Aaron, that track's been there for over 50 years, and they're treated that way by the community.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, you would think if you have a racetrack bringing people in to your county, to your community, I mean,